All right. So I put on my Facebook and my camera is horrible, but I put on my Facebook to a bunch of people, and it's not just my Facebook but my Twitter, and I kind of just simply said, like, ask me some questions and I'll give you my input on it. And I got a lot of questions from like, who's your favorite NBA player? Who's your least favorite NBA player? What's your favorite song out right now? Who's your favorite rapper? Who's your favorite R&B singer? Why do you hate the word swag? Why do you hate on Nate Wooster? Those are just some of the questions that were brought up. And first of all, I don't hate Nate Wooster. Everybody assumes I hate Nate Wooster, but I don't have a problem with the kid. But let me see. My answer to my first question is who's your favorite NBA player? I can't say that, I know I'm gonna get a lot of crap about this, but my favorite NBA player is a tie. Because if it was greatest of all time, my greatest of all time favorite NBA player, if I were to say, like, if somebody come up to me and say, who's your favorite NBA player from all time since you were a little kid, who's the first person that you were like, oh man, that's, like, you got the Kobe lovers and Kobe haters. My favorite basketball player of all time will probably have to be Allen Iverson, because of how small he was, how quick he was, and he was just good. But right now, I'm digging Derrick Rose, and everybody's like, you ain't a Derrick Rose fan, you're just a Derrick Rose fan because, everybody's jumping on the whole Derrick Rose bandwagon because of how good he did last year. He got MVP. The thing about everybody that doesn't know, Derrick Rose played for Memphis. And when Derrick Rose played for Memphis, that was one of the worst basketball games that I've ever watched. I was sitting at my friend's house. We were watching the game, and I was pumped because Derrick Rose was just doing work. And he missed those free throws, and I got crap for like almost a year and a half from everybody. But Derrick Rose is one of my favorite players. I mean, I just can't pick one. There's people that are like, oh, you're a bandwagon jumper because you can't just pick one player. I'm not gonna go and get, the number one tatted on me. I'm not gonna go and get a bull symbol tatted on me. I'm not gonna go and, pick arguments and fights and say, you disrespected Derrick Rose, so it's on now. But I got love for a lot of players. Their skills. The NBA is all entertainment. But on to my next question is, who's your favorite rapper? My favorite rapper would have to debate on what, like, I don't know, like, I got a few. I have like 5. I don't, like, in my playlist. I know I'm kind of beating around the bush on all these questions, but I'm just trying to give you guys like an exact answer. But like, I enjoy listening to J. Cole, Kid Ink, Big Sean, Bobby Light, but that's just what's that's what's I like all music. There's not just who's your favorite rapper, who's your favorite country artist, who's your favorite. I enjoy all music, but I'm getting distracted. I'm watching Rob's Fantasy Factory. That's actually anything to do with Rob Dyrdek is you'll catch me watching it. That kind of leads into my next question is what's your favorite TV show? My favorite TV show is The Office. I started watching The Office. My brother Jeff got me into watching The Office, so that was one thing that I start watching it because of him, and it was hilarious. But let's see. I have so many questions people are asking me here. I wish I could answer all your questions. My favorite song out right now, probably Tuna Roll by Kid Ink. That or Time of Your Life. I like both those songs. I'm a real big Kid Ink fan. Story behind becoming a Kid Ink fan. I really didn't plan on listening to Kid Ink. I downloaded a mixtape one time. I downloaded his Roll Up mixtape and Crash Landing mixtape, and then after that I was just kind of hooked. Kind of like with J. Cole. I downloaded like 3 of J. Cole's mixtapes, but
and I asked him, I said, man, I want to bond with my brother-in-law. What can we do? And he says, I got a really good friend of mine.
so many questions. My favorite candy? I really don't eat candy. I like I just can't, like, I'm more of like a cookies, donuts and pastries type of person. I can't just Sour Patch Kids maybe. That's Sour Patch Kids. Gummy bears. How many Red Bulls do you drink a day? I drink about maybe. Well, yeah, I recently just had twins. For everybody that knows me and knows about me and knows a lot, I recently just had twins. So like the last couple, like yesterday, I had 3 Red Bulls within like probably a 10-minute grace period. But I had about 5 yesterday. I had 2 today. That was but why do you hate Nate Wooster? Why do you hate Nate Wooster? I don't hate Nate Wooster. Me and Nate Wooster, we go back. Nate Wooster, he's my boy. And no matter what, I'm always gonna have his back. But some things he does I don't agree with, and some things I used to do. A lot of people didn't agree with what I did either. So, we're only human. We're not perfect.
Thank you for letting me and my future brother bond over kissing your big bear lips. Face danger, and it kissed you softly.
Who do you think's gonna?
You're getting punked.
A lot of people like to say that, I like to say this, I like to say that, I like to debate and conversate and get mad and get, I posted on my Facebook. If you go back and look before the NBA season started, that the Thunder and the Bulls would be in the championship, and that's what I'm sticking with. I'm sticking with that. I like Kevin Hart, I like Kevin Durant because I'm actually in the middle watching. This Kevin Hart commercial was on, that's why I got it mixed up. But I like Kevin Durant because he went to Texas, and I'm a really big Texas Longhorns fan. So that's something that that's the main reason why I like Kevin Durant, is because he used to wear burnt orange jersey. I'm a Kansas City Royals fan. These questions are coming in. They actually good questions. I'm a Kansas City Royal fan. It all started with I was joking around with my brother Jeff, and we were just kind of just sitting there talking about baseball. And he's a real big Boston fan. And Boston was playing Kansas City, and then Kansas City actually beat Boston, and I was really, really throwing it back in his face that Boston lost that game.
I would suggest you not preach to them, but to be a little more gentle in asking the question.
I lost it. I went full minister right there.
The role here is not preacher, but priest.
Okay. Well, you love her. Comfort her, honor her, keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking others well, and be faithful to her as long as you live. No. A little bit of rhythm? No.
You got a little too much rhythm.
Yeah. Okay. You believe that it's legal?
But a lot of questions coming in.
It is legal.
She's coming along.
Who is your best friend? I have a couple of best friends. I'm not one of them people that are like, oh, I only have one best friend.
Probably legit. It's just not my way of doing it.
A lot of best friends. They know who they are. There's too many of them. Who's your favorite comedian? My favorite comedian has to be. It kind of varies. I like Dan Cook. I like Pablo Francisco. I like George Lopez stand-ups. I like his. I like Kevin Hart. I like Mike Epps. Cat Williams, D-Ray Davis.
Let's shoot this bad beast in that phone. Knew that was coming.
Brandon T. Jackson's pretty funny. That dude from Community, the black guy from Community, I really don't know his name, but
I'm gonna do this and for the respect of her brother.
but that's
This all sounds.
that's I'm just gonna wrap it up there. I don't really know how many questions that is, but I answered quite a bit of questions. It's like 10 minutes worth of questions. I'm gonna answer more questions, so if you got any more questions, go ahead, feel free to answer them. I'll post another video about this, and everybody that asked their questions, everybody that answered their questions, thank you for asking them, and let's just see where we go from here.